Thug album is getting pushed back and everybody believes it's because of features. Well, that's part of the story, but it's something more sinister than that. Take a listen. These labels, they're not feeling young Jeffrey Williams. These labels are not feeling Jeffrey Lamar Williams. What you talking about, Sadie Nash? Nah, man, the industry, they love Lil Jeff. They love Young Thug, young, truly humble under God. No, they don't. No, they don't. Young Thug said way too much in that Big Bank interview. Like you said, way too much in them phone calls. These artists that he's trying to get features from, they belong to labels. See, one thing that you have to do is you have to prepare for the worst when you say some of the worst things. Young Thug said on that Big Bank interview, hey bro, I paid for that #1 album, but you didn't pay for yours to be #1. At no point in time did Young Thug's album go #1 with The Business Is Business. It never did. So you not only have that, you have the fact that the artists that you spoke on, they're not going to bat for your feature to be cleared. They're not doing that. So they're hiding under the guise of the label. The labels are stopping young Jeffrey Lamar Williams because what he said is coming back to haunt him, coming back to kick him in his butt. Because Young Thug opening up his mouth and letting a secret out like that was never supposed to be said. That's certain things that outsiders say because the outsiders know they're not getting in. They're not gonna bend the knee. When you say out your mouth, I paid for his #1 album, you're gonna be able to be sued by other people who feel like, hey, he screwed me over. And when I say you, I mean as a cog in the machine, which means the labels, because Young Thug's statement right there, that can be brought up. That 100% can be brought up. Now, I think Young Thug was behaving and operating out of emotion, trying to exude it, but he did it the wrong way. Young Thug's run, this run in particular, has to be one of understanding. Nobody is agreeing with him as far as the Gunna situation because Gunna's lawyer saved him. What you talking about, Nash? He saved him. He signed the plea deal. You know he wasn't supposed to sign that plea deal, bro. Stop playing with us. You're right. I know that. But when you lie and you say, oh, Gunna signed his plea deal first. DK literally signed his plea deal 22 hours before Gunna did. That's a proven fact. Then you're going against people who are liked. Gunna's well liked. Lil Woody's well liked. You want to know the difference that's going on between Gunna, Woody, and Young Thug? Young Thug is still operating with the aspect like he didn't learn anything. Gunna's not saying anything, so people look dumb attacking him. Woody out here on some spiritual awareness. I'm not a gangbanger. I'm not any of that. I'm trying to help the kids. I'm trying to teach them the right from wrong. And Young Thug, you sat in there with them kids and basically told them to still abide by the same streets that took you away from your family, particularly your kids, for years. Why would they follow you? When they realize they can be funny, they can do TikToks, they can dance, they can make music that don't gotta be street music and still win. See, everybody wants to learn how to make their own bag. If you teach me how to make a bag, I'm going to be forever grateful, but I'm also going to go get my own bag. Young Thug has not realized that yet, but he will. See, what Young Thug has to do, and I think all of you will agree, is he has to learn to let certain stuff go, even if it's bothering him. Was what Gunna did wrong? Yeah. Was what Gunna did selfish? 100%. But it was right for him. That's the part where Young Thug does not understand. It was right for him, and on top of that, it did not hurt your case. It didn't. He wasn't there. You said, hey, Sergio Kitchens only knows me, Yak, and Duke. He don't know nothing about this. Ain't nothing in here that was going to basically pin him to get him to tap or that 3 count. It was nothing that was going to basically derail him, railroad him, have him sitting in jail for the rest of his life. None of that crap. So knowing that, you don't think that his lawyer didn't know that? You don't think that your lawyer didn't know that he could challenge that evidence in particular? That would have showed it was full of crap. As the trial went on further and further and further, we got to see, hey bro, prosecution full of crap. So it's as though all the people that you supported, that supported you, you didn't do right by none of them. If it wasn't for Kenneth Copeland, Young Thug would be out of jail. If it wasn't for Slime Light Shawty, Young Thug would have never been offered a plea deal. Regardless of whatever was said, regardless of whatever plea deal was signed, you had to learn to let it go. That's why Gunna is winning. He learned to let the whole YSL stuff go. Some people will say, well, Young Thug said, hey, bro, man, Gunna basically didn't look after my people. Young Thug, you said a whole bunch of stories. There are still stories that you don't want said about you. So the best thing that he can do to repair this whole entire thing is say, Gunna, you always gonna be my brother, but we can never do whatever. I can't get over this right here, but I wish you success. Anybody who supports you, you have my blessing. I just can't. Is what he should have said, but he did it. So Young Thug is going to have to do a whole entire opening of his mind. He's going to have to go to an interview, and an interview of meditation, an interview that's going to help him be human, because it's as though he doesn't understand. Bro, it's not like the Big Bank interview came out when you got out way out in October. Bro, in 1 month, you did the interview in September. In 1 month, it'll be a year that you've been out. Are you telling us that this is all you think about? You have kids, you got a gorgeous woman, you got a big family, you got your mama still alive, you got your father still alive, you have to get back to the community. This is what's on your mind? No. We've seen too many people come out of prison remorseful. We've seen too many people come out of prison joyful, appreciative. These words you cannot associate with Young Thug right now. So the question then becomes, what did you learn? He had to push his damn album back. You want to know why? Because his promo run is terrible. The Young Thug fans do not care about them cell phone calls. I'm sorry. They don't care about the interrogation video. I'm sorry. They don't care about any of this crap. You know what they do care about? The authentic Jeffrey. They care about the growth. They care about the man who was there every day with a straight face, looking like somebody who was ready for the fight of his life. And for whatever reason, it seems as though young Jeffrey Lamar Williams has forgotten that. They're not turning on Gunna for you. You try to blackball them. They're not turning on Woody for you. They're not turning on Yak Gotti for you. They're not turning on Duke for you. They're not turning on YSL for you. You want to know why? Because we got to see a part of their story. So we're able to judge for ourselves. You're no longer the narrator. Young Thug had to push it back because those individuals that he associated himself with, they can't rock for him. And the rappers who want to associate with him, they got to see him have a positive energy. You cannot attach yourself to the young Jeffrey Lamar Williams. You can't. He needs to go on a promo run and learn how to articulate himself way better. Give out the gems. Do all of these things that he used to do. Because if he doesn't, this right here is going to be the beginning of the end. He's going to be a has-been rapper who you wouldn't even understand from where you had him at. Meaning coming through with all the pink on and the car that he said that he left in Atlanta, but the key is in LA. If you find it, you can have it. Pink slip is there. What was it, a Maybach or whatever it was? I remember it. The fact that we got to see you bail out people from jail, but everybody started asking themselves as of late, why didn't you bail out your people? Young Thug doesn't realize he looks like a user and an abuser. He has to fix his image. And I'm afraid that the people that's around him probably aren't going to be able to tell him the truth because they may think to themselves, he gonna kick them out. Young Thug probably gonna have to hire a creative team and a coach because right now he's bad business, but business is business. But y'all, let me know your thoughts on that one, man, because maybe I got it wrong. But click right here to see how Cameron really exposed Adrian Broner, but he should have known anyways. I'll catch y'all on the next one.